Here with Jeff Mayweather.
Get out my face!
That's right.
Returning from a successful weekend out in New York. Congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
Well, tell us a little about it. Long camp. No, you went out there a little longer than you thought. You'd be out there 2 weeks. So tell us about your time out in Buffalo. We know you were terrified going out there. Took your boots and your winter coat and everything.
Well, actually, the first day when I got to Buffalo, it was a shocker. What's his name was on Facebook talking about it, 70 degrees. And I landed with 50 degrees. But after that, it got better.
All right. Well, let's talk about the fight. Well, first of all, beforehand, the day before, weigh-ins were a little bit interesting. Amer's opponent, James Wallis, missed weight by 6 pounds apparently. So what was that like when you discovered that he was missed weight by that much, and walk us through the negotiations to getting the fight made?
Well, I mean, basically, I don't know if it was one of those situations in which the guy knew that he was coming from another country, knowing that that Amer wasn't going to back out the fight after bringing him all the way here. But don't get me wrong, the guy was very apologetic, and he seemed to be sincere about it. And plus he's a promoter himself, so he said he understands. And they talked about personally, possibly taking like 10% of his purse. But Amer at the end of the day was a class act, and allowed him to make every cent that because the guy brought the guy came to fight, and it was very entertaining.
All right, well, tell us about it. It was a big fight for Amer. He just got not too long ago ranked number 5 in the world by the WKA, and this fight here supposedly to a world title shot for him, was also for an intercontinental title with him taking on the European champion. So what was the preparation like with Amer leading up to the fight?
Amer's a very hard worker. He's a guy that sometime I gotta actually tell him, that you need to tone down a little bit. And he's the type that, because it was like, I think about 3 or 4 days before the fight, and he was like, "Well, I want to do 10 rounds." I said, "Well, let's debate." And so we both agreed on 8. Which was still a little much, because he did that and he did rounds kicking also. But he's a hard worker, so I knew that he was gonna be ready. And the most important thing, I just didn't want him to overtrain.
Now you're known for your boxing, obviously, but there was a tape that leaked with you teaching him some kicks. Was that something that was really important and part of his game plan? Yeah,
that's amazing. I mean, to be honest, if he would have used those kicks, the fight would have been over. I don't know what's wrong with Amer with that when it came to that part.
Oh, so he wasn't listening there, huh?
He wasn't listening there. But he was listening now. He was listening to with the hand, but to be honest, Amer is a great kicker. And that's one thing that I found out. Surprisingly, because that was my first time actually seeing him spar with someone, and he kicked him straight in the face and bust their nose. I was like, wow. Because I knew he already had good hands because I worked with him, and so I knew what his hands were like. So, it was good. I had a great time down there.
Then just walk us through the fight. Walk us through the fight. 10 rounds. I know Amer wanted to take him out, but it went the distance. So, how did the fight play out? What did you think of his performance?
I thought that was a very good, solid performance. It was one of those situations in which, of course, I think Amer was looking for a knockout. And he even tried to go for the knockout as well, but sometimes it's just not going to happen. But he kind of stuck to the game plan. Got a little over aggressive at times and stayed a little closer than he should have. But sometimes the game plan goes out of the window when you're in the heat of battle. But it's a great performance. The guy came to fight. The guy was a little dirty. And hit Amer in the back of the head quite a few times, but plus the guy was a good kicker, and the guy was took the shots pretty good too. He took the shots pretty good, so they made for a competitive fight. So Amer had to dig down a few times also, and he had to bring the fight to the guy.
Tell us about that cut. Was there anything that you were worried about, or the corner was worried about?
Well,
in the 7th round, I think it was.
Well, of course, anytime a guy gets cut, you're a little worried, but cut come in and did a great job, you know, and it really didn't. It leaked just a little bit after that. Not, you know, and it leaked only because he got headbutted again. But no, Cutman did a great job, and I was very proud of Amer. You know, I mean, the guy's a class act inside and outside the ring. You know, I mean, this is one of the camps in which, you know, of course, I mean, Lockport is like the country of New York. but I had a great time. I mean, I had a great time, and all the guys that are involved, you know, with the team. I mean, everybody, you know. I mean, it's a great team. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, I had fun with everyone. You know, of course, when we were training, we had fun, but also, you know, we worked very hard.
So what's up next for you guys when we see you back together?
Well, I think Amer's talking about possibly doing just a tune-up fight before he fights for the title. You know, so I don't know exactly when that will be. He talked about it a little bit, but we didn't talk about it indefinitely, so I guess it's just wait and see. You know, but I know he's going to be doing something. He's going to promote some more shows.
All right, Jeff, well, congratulations to you, and welcome back to Vegas.
Thank you, man. Chump.